Rice is such a staple ingredient, and yet so many people fear it. So many people say, I don't know how to make it, it gets too sticky, it gets burnt, how do you make the perfect rice? We're here to tell you. There's a few really simple tips and tricks to get that perfect, fluffy, great consistency. The two most important things to keep in mind when making rice are timing and ratios. If you cook it too short, it can be hard, and if you cook it for too long, it can just be gummy and mushy. No one wants that. Rinsing rice helps remove any extra starch. If you're short on time, you can skip this step. First, I'm going to add the rice and the water and a pinch of salt, totally optional, but it'll give it some extra flavor, and bring it to a boil over high heat. Once the water begins to boil, give it a stir, put the lid on, and turn the heat down to simmer, which is the lowest heat there is. For long grain white rice, you want to cook it for 18 minutes on simmer. For short grain white rice, you want to simmer it for 15 minutes. Brown rice is a bit longer, you want to simmer it for 45 minutes. One really important thing to note is to not remove the lid as you're cooking it. You're steaming the rice and you don't want to let the hot air escape. Just let it be, trust the timing, and it'll come out perfectly. Pro tip, once you remove the pot from the heat, let it steam for an additional 5 to 10 minutes with the lid on, and that's another way to ensure you get really fluffy, beautifully cooked rice. Long grain white rice is perhaps the most common rice, at least in America. You can use it for side dishes, pilaf, salads, or just on its own with a protein. Short grain white rice is typically used for sushi, puddings, paella, risotto, and sticky rice. Brown rice is considered to be a healthier option than white rice. It has more fiber, iron, and vitamin B. So white rice is actually brown rice with the bran and germs stripped away, so you're losing some of those nutrients when you're choosing white rice. And while it does take longer to make, it's a bit earthier, nuttier. If you do it correctly, you can actually get a really nice result.